战争的无辜牺牲者。
And joining me now to talk about the West Asia conflict is DD India's Amritpal Singh. Good afternoon to you, Amrit. Are we hearing a little too much of false bravado from both sides right now, both the US and Israel on the one hand and the Iranians on the other, in the face of a situation which is worsening day by day?
That's right. You hear a lot of rhetoric from both camps, and you're right. The situation is worsening by the day. It's entering a new escalatory phase where civilian targets are being attacked. The oil storage depots, desalination plants, infrastructure, civilian infrastructure, which has nothing to do with military assets or military infrastructure. Although military bases are being struck, in Kuwait, the Social Security Office was struck, and this is being done by both sides. The attacks by the US-Israel duo into Iran on civilian infrastructure, and by Iran into the civilian infrastructure in the neighboring Gulf countries. So that is a worrisome development, and if it keeps escalating this way, then it could, have large, very worrisome consequences. If desalination, water is a big problem in Iran. Water was a big problem, but the desalination plant that was attacked, 30 villages have gone without water. The same is the situation with almost all the GCC countries. So if, the big worry from, oil will become water. Food security anyway is becoming a big worry because of the closure or the restriction of the Strait of Hormuz. So, it's really getting a rung up the escalatory ladder, Gautam.
And the latest is that a UAE tugboat has been sunk in the Strait of Hormuz. Amrit, apart from the fact that fuel distribution in Tehran was also temporarily halted after its oil depots were hit, clearly oil already crossing $93 a barrel, in trade just on Friday. I think it was Saturday in India by that time. But even energy ministers of the GCC are saying if the situation doesn't improve, oil could, what to talk of $100, it could cost $150 a barrel a day. So that will be extremely, extremely alarming, won't it?
Absolutely. Given the fact that though technically Iran hasn't closed the Strait of Hormuz, there are ships passing through the Strait of Hormuz, but it's just a trickle because they have a stranglehold. It's just a 33-mile wide strait, which Iran controls. The Americans have said that they will, escort the ships. The Iranians said, okay, come. We are waiting for you because, once they attack the American ships, the Americans will attack them back. That will just increase tensions. And already the risk appetite of the world is at an all-time low. Insurers are not ready to insure ships. And even if they are, for example, 1% of the total ship cost is what the insurers are charging right now. Before the crisis, it was 0.16%. For Israel, US-bound ships or related ships, it's about 3%. So that is unsustainable for any business. They do not recover the cost. So it will create more panic, and that's what Iran is playing on. And so, as you rightly said, oil is going up. It's going to increase inflationary pressures around the world. The world is already reeling under the war going on in Europe. This could lead to a full-scale recession if this continues beyond a point. Then yes. Food security becomes an issue. The GCC or the Gulf countries import their food. They do not grow, because it's a desert land, they do not grow much food. So, food going into Saudi Arabia will become a problem. If this prolongs, it will have, grave consequences. And Iran knows that very well. And that is Iran's strategy, just to prolong it. It knows there is no parity in terms of military might between the combine of the Israelis and the Americans. But they know if they prolong it far enough, then they might militarily lose, but strategically win.
Yes, certainly. Already the world is feeling a pinch on the LNG or LPG front, Amrit. But there have been condemnations of the military actions of either side, both sides as well, calls for dialogue and diplomacy from multiple quarters, really. Now, how significant is this Arab League meet, which has been called later on Sunday?
Yeah, today the Arab League is meeting. They're meeting with their foreign ministers. Are meeting over a video conferencing. This meeting has been called by Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Bahrain, and a couple of other Gulf countries. Essentially, they'll try and look at what the way forward should be as they are increasingly coming under attack. Do they want to still maintain a defensive position? Do they want to go into offensive? But looks like the statements emanating out of those countries. I think they would want to step up the pressure on the Americans to finish this fast, because the Americans can stay there and keep fighting. The Israelis are far away. Their supply chains are going on because of the Mediterranean. But, it is the Gulf or the GCC countries who are really getting affected, both by bearing the brunt of the drone attacks there and the damage being caused there, and also, cutting down on oil production because crude is not flowing out. Also, as I said, fertilizer, sulfur is not flowing out. Food is not flowing in. Their reserves are depleting. So for them, it's more important. So I think they will try and build certain sense of consensus on how to jointly react to the situation there. Gautam?
Yes, Amrit, quite alarming. But let's see how things go. Thanks a lot for joining us for the time being. And still to come on DD India News Hour.